friends, welcome back to the homestead. Behind me I have I have 4 raised beds that were put in by the previous owner at my house, and they are different berry plants in these raised beds. Last year I kind of just cleaned them up and let them do their thing, and I maybe got 10 berries out of the whole bed. So that's a waste of space. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull all the berry plants out, clean it up, and we are gonna go ahead and reuse this space for something else. I've got a bunch of raspberries that did okay last year, so come this spring I'm going to transplant some of those in there. And then I also am thinking either planting some winter squash in this area to let it just vine out, or some tomatoes, because I've got these T-posts that could help trellis the tomatoes up, but I'm not sure yet. But come along with me as I clean up the raised beds. So one funny thing about these beds, not funny I guess, but last year my dad, he was really awesome, and he kind of cleaned these up for me, but we didn't know, because it was my first year on the property, we didn't know what was weeds or wild berries and what were actual like boysenberries and raspberries and blackberries. And so we babied any little thing we found that looked like it could be a cane of any sort. Come to find out that in the beds they were mostly wild berries, with just a couple here and there. There was a boysenberry, I believe, and a few raspberries. The most productive raspberries are right here and that big section back there. So the actual berry plants in these beds were mostly wild, and I want to get all those up. Through, and I'm pulling up all these vining ones, and look at this, they just root in the ground everywhere. Oh, I want to get that. See how they're rooting? These are wild of some sort. I don't know what they are, but I'm gonna go ahead and get all these out. And then also, so that's one, and then another type, I don't know what these are. And then there's this one that's got a big stalk and big thorns. So I'm gonna get all that out too. Look at the root system on this wild blackberry. That's the size of my thumb. Hey, sweetie. Another look at it from a different direction. Last season I had mulched between each of these raised beds. All right, so my parents, while I've been working on the berry bed, pruned up my orchard for me. If you want to see that video, I'll link it above. And now they're graciously helping me chop up these blackberries, wild blackberries, and put them in the yard debris bin while I continue to pull up the last few in the beds. All right, so I know this looks like not much, but this is a great improvement from what it looked like before. I did leave some of the raspberries, those 1 canes that are coming up, those are raspberries, so I'm gonna leave those for next year. I might transplant them, but I've just been thinking as I'm working, I think I'm gonna do a pumpkin patch in here, but that could change. I'm eventually going to fill these beds with a layer of pretty composted horse manure, and then I'm going to top them with cardboard so I can suppress the weeds. I'm gonna do that another day. I'm getting kind of tired and it looks like it's about to rain, and so if you want to see what I'm going to be planting in these beds, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll take you along for the rest of the journey on this. And if you have any questions or recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments so we can start a conversation. I need all the help I can get. This is only my 2nd year gardening, and so any tips or tricks are greatly appreciated, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.